Hi everyone, welcome. Welcome to my studio. I'm Wendy from wendyadiazart, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a simple color wheel. This has been inspired by my dad. He's 82, actually he's just turning 82, and he's been painting for about a year, and he's having a little bit of trouble remembering how to mix his colors. And I just thought it would be a super easy thing to show you, and I'm going to make it really simple for you. Okay, simple is better, especially when you're painting. You don't want to be wasting a lot of time, but you do want some of your references, so this will be a great reference. Okay, so let's begin. Built it down by my paper, and this paper actually is just watercolor paper. I gessoed this paper because we're going to be using acrylic paint on this paper, and it's better to do that. You could use, doesn't matter which gesso you use. I have a couple of different ones. I have from Blick. It doesn't really matter, but just make sure that it's covered, it's dried, and then you're all set to begin. Okay, so we're going to start, and this is going to be super simple. We're going to use some lids, and we're going to make a circle. And you're going to just put your circle, your lid, right in the middle of your paper, and you're going to just draw right around it. Just make a complete circle. And there you go. So there's your circle. Super, super easy to begin. Okay, so we have that, and then you're going to need a ruler. And what I do is just to kind of make it even in the very beginning. Sometimes I just eyeball this, but my circle is, actually, my circle is 8 inches. So I want, the middle of my circle will be 4. Okay, so I've got that, and then we've got 8 over here. I'm just going to mark it. So here we go. Let's just kind of eyeball this anyway. Sometimes you just can't get it perfect, but as long as you get it halfway there, you're fine. And we're going to draw a line right down the middle. So I just drew the line right down the middle. And then let's do another line right down the middle of our circle again, right across. Okay, so now we have 4 pies. Okay, so you see that, 4 pies. Super easy. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another little circle. This is just a little milk cap that I have, and I'm going to put that right in the middle of that, and I'm going to draw around that. You don't have to be totally even. Like I said, this is super simple to do. And so we have that now, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each section and I'm going to divide that into another pie. So let's do that real quick. We'll just divide that. You can eyeball it if you want to. Sometimes I just eyeball these. I'm not really too perfect about doing this. See, and you just want to divide it just like that. So go around and take each part, and we'll just divide. Make another pie. There we go. There you go. So now we have that. Okay, so we have 12 different pies. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another lid, a smaller lid, and I'm going to put it right in the middle of that. So there we go. We're going to just get it right in the middle and draw another circle around that one, around the smaller one. Okay? So now we should look like this. This is what we should look like. All right, it kind of looks like a bullseye. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start with some basic colors. We're going to start with our blue, and then we have our red, and then we have our yellow. It doesn't matter which one. You can use any color that you want. I'm just going to start with your basic primary colors. And I think that's a good place to start. So let's move this out of the way. I don't need that now. And I'm going to put my blue down. I'm going to be kind of generous just a little bit because we're going to be mixing different colors with these. And I'm going to divide these up a little bit. And I'm going to be putting my yellow. And then I'm going to have a white. Okay, just a pure white. This is titanium white. And you just put that off to the side. So this is what I have on my palette. I have my blue, my red, and my yellow, and my white. And we're going to start mixing. We're going to start making our color wheel now. So I'm going to take my blue first. Let's choose blue. Okay, I'm going to take my brush, dip it into my blue, and let's choose our blue right here. We'll just put our blue right here. And we're just going to put it right in on the edge right here. Okay, and do the best you can. You don't have to stay in the lines all the time. Just do the best you can. There we go. So that is our blue. That looks pretty good. Just want to make sure that you see it really well. Okay, so that's our blue. We have our blue in. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of white and I'm just going to pick it up on the corner of my brush. And I'm going to bring it over here and I'm going to mix it. Mix it right in. I'm just going to take a little bit more blue. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm going to start making opaque out of this. And opaque is a color that you cannot see through. Okay? So when you mix white with your... I'm actually going to change my brush. I don't like that brush. There we go. I just switched to a smaller brush, but that's okay. So I'm going to mix that. Yeah, that goes nice and smoothly now. Okay, and I'm going to just put that right in. So I mixed white with my blue and we're making opaque now. And opaque will end up covering over other colors. So the blue ends up being a little bit translucent when you put it on the canvas right away, but when you add the white to the blue, it becomes opaque, and so you can't see through it as much. And so then from there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more white, and I'm going to put it right in on the tip. So now you can see 3 different colors from that one blue of what it makes. Okay, so now you can see that. So that's super easy to do. And now we're going to go to our yellow. So let's see, we're going to make our yellow right here. I'm going to put my yellow in. And this is what I mean by translucent. This yellow is pretty translucent. It's actually mixing in with some of my pencil mark, but that's okay. That's not a big deal. Don't worry about that. Like I said, this is going to be super simple. This is not to get upset over. When you're painting, painting should be fun and you shouldn't have to worry about it. Okay, so yes, it did mix in with some of my pencil, but that's not a big deal. So now we're going to take some of our white. I just took the corner of my brush. I brought it over. Take a little bit more yellow. You can see that. I'm just going to mix that right in. Okay, so now I'm actually going to turn this. And now I'm just going to put that right down. Just like that. Try not to mix my pencil in with my paint. It's picking up some of my paint, but that's okay. All right, so I have that, and now I'm going to add a little bit more white because now I want the tip. I want it to be really opaque. I want to see what that yellow will look like with a lot of white in it. Okay, so we have that. So now you can see we have blue and now we have yellow, and you can see the digression from going from translucent all the way down into the opaque. Okay, so we have that. Now we're going to go to red. And let's see, we're going to put our red right here. We'll put our red right here. So we go right into our red. And I'm just going to put that right here. And red can be very translucent. Sometimes you have to mix black with red if you want it a little bit darker. But we're going to show you how to mix that red. And now we're going to add a little bit of white to that. Okay, you can see me. I'm just going in, adding a little bit of white in with that red. And make a medium red. And now we've got a nice opaque. And this is like a super, super easy to make your color wheels. Now I'm going to pick up a little bit more white and I'm going to add that right in the center. There we go. So now we have that. Okay, so now you can see that. All right, now, actually, let's mark these now. So we have yellow. We have red. And now we have blue. Okay, so we've marked our colors now, okay? So let's go on, let's keep mixing. Let's do our secondary colors now. And this is really fun. This is when you really get to see what 3 colors actually make. So now we're going to do, let's do blue. We'll put some blue over there and we'll take some yellow and we'll mix that together and we'll make our green. There we go. And we've got like a nice green. So we're going to put our green right in the middle of those 2 colors. There we go. Don't be afraid to move your paper around. Always move your things around to make your life a lot easier when you're painting. Okay. I'm just trying to stay in the lines. I don't usually stay in the lines, so I'm just trying to do a good job while I'm teaching you. So now we have our green on there. I'm going to add a little bit of white to it. I just picked it up on the corner of my brush and went in and just kind of mixed it around with my green. And now I'm going to put that, oh, that's a pretty green, like that. So this is super easy. You could do this with your kids. Kids like to do things like this. They like to see what colors make what. And we're going to add a little bit more white to that, make it really opaque so that you can't see through that color. And that lightens up that color a lot. So now we have our green. See how pretty that is? Okay, now we're going to go to our, let's make orange. So what makes orange? I believe it's red and yellow. So we're going to take some red. Let's put it right here. We'll take some red. We're going to take some yellow. And see if you can see that. I'm just mixing it off to the side. I'm making a nice orange. That's pretty. Yep. I think I'll take a little bit more yellow. There we go. So red and yellow make orange. get some paint on ourselves. That's what happens when you're painting. And if you don't want paint on yourself, make sure you use gloves. I just take some baby wipes and I wipe it off, or sometimes I use some paper towels to do it too. So we're going to put that orange right in the top. Okay, so we have our orange in now. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to take a little bit of white, like I said before, take it off to the side and just mix it. And then that orange starts to become opaque. There we go. Yeah, so that looks good. Just like that. And then we're going to take a little bit more white and we're going to do it again. And we're going to make it even lighter. So we want that real light in the middle. There we go. So now we have our orange. So red and yellow make orange. Perfect. Now, red and blue, we're going to go to red and blue now because we already did that. So red and blue make purple. Oh, yeah, red and blue. Let's do red and blue. So red and blue make purple. So let's do that. Let's make our purple. This is going to be, oh, that's nice. Yep, that's a purple. Okay, so now we have our purple right here with red and blue make purple. So we're going to put that right in here. I hope you can see this. Yeah, you can. Okay. And this is a really good technique to do, especially if you get new colors. You really want to see what they do and how they interact with other colors. We're going to pick up our white again, just a corner of it, and we're just going to mix that right here. There we go. And we're going to put it right in the middle. There we go. And now we have some opaque color. Let's pick that up again. Yeah. That looks pretty good. There we go. So we have that. So now you can tell that I added white to it. Now I'm going to add a little bit more white to that because I really want that to go opaque. We're going to put it right in the center. So you can really tell the difference now. So there you have that. Okay, so let's mark those. Where did I put my pencil? Oh, here it is. Okay, so let's recap. So we've got blue and yellow make green. So let's put green. Green. And we have red and yellow make orange. Let's write orange. And then we have red and blue make purple. Super easy. See how easy that was? That was super easy. So you have your primary colors, now you have your secondary colors. So let's see what happens when we go from our secondary color to our primary color and we mix those together. All right, so let's do a little bit more mixing. Let's have some fun. So let's do our blue and our green together and see what we come up with. So we have a little bit left over in the corner here. And we're going to add a little bit more blue to that. Okay, so we started out with our green and we're going to add more blue to our green. And then we're going to put that right here. We're going to put it right next to each other. So you can see what happens when you have more blue in your green. You'll get this really, really pretty bluish green. Oh, it looks really nice. Now we're going to add some white to that bluish green because oh, that's gorgeous. That's really pretty. And we're going to put that right in the middle of those two colors. There we go. I should mix up some more, but I think we're pretty good. You can get the gist of it. And I'm going to add a little bit more white to that because I really want it opaque right in the middle, right in the center. Okay, so now we have a bluish green. So we had blue and then we had green and we mixed it together for that blue-green. Really pretty. All right, so let's see what happens when we mix the green and the yellow. We're going to get, actually, I'm going to have to mix up some more green. Oops, a little bit of red in there. That's not good. And let's take our blue. Let's get our nice green again. See, we got our green back again. And now I'm going to pick up some more yellow because I want this to be a yellow green. Oh, that's nice. It's almost like olive green. So you can see that. That's really pretty. So let's put that where it belongs. It goes right in the middle of the green and the yellow. So now we have a yellow green. Yeah, really cool. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of white. We're going to mix that. I'm going to put that right in the middle. And then that really becomes an olive green. Nice light green. That's really pretty. And then we'll mix a little bit more white. And then we have our really, really light olive green. Really nice, really pretty. Okay, so we have that. So let's mark those so that we don't forget what we have. We have a blue-green, and then we have a yellow-green. And these can be used as like a really quick reference. So when you're doing your paintings and you forget, like, oh, what happens when I mix white to this color? You can bring this right out and you can say, oh, that's what happens. Oh, I kind of like that color. That's a nice color. Okay, so now we're going to go to the yellow and the orange. And let's see what that makes. We're going to make sure your brush is really clean. There we go. And so we have our orange, we already mixed it. So let's add a little bit more yellow to our orange. And we're gonna make a nice orangey yellow. Well, that's pretty. You can see what I'm doing. You can see it right on the side, making that color, mixing it. And I'm gonna put it right in the middle of my yellow and my orange. That's pretty. Okay, so let's take some white and let's add that in. So we make that a little bit opaque. Bring that up a little bit. There we go. And we'll put that right in the middle. Okay, so we have that now. We have it right in the middle. Now we're going to add a little bit more white to it because I really want it opaque. I really want to see what that looks like, real light. There we go. That's a very pretty color. And so now we have that. Okay, so now we have the yellow and the orange mixed. So let's go to the red. Let's do red and orange. So now we still have our orange. I still have it up in the corner. And I'm going to add a little bit more red to this and make it really red-orange. There we go. And let's add that right in the middle. That's pretty. And now I'm going to add a little bit of white, just like I did before, for the middle. And now you can start to see how you're building like the hues of the color too, the different values of the color. And now let's add a little bit more white to that. Oh, that's nice. There we go. So now we have our orange red right in the middle of that one. Okay, let's rinse out our brush, and now we're going to mark these. We're going to mark yellow, orange, and then we have a red orange. And we got one more. Let's do one more. So now we're going to do our red and our purple together. This should be really pretty. I can't wait to see this one. Rinse out your brush really well. And we're going to pick up that purple that we had over here. See if we can, I'm going to have to add some more. I think I'm going to make some more. So remember how we make it. The blue and the red make purple. Let's mix that really well. Try not to get it into the white. There we go. Now we have it mixed. Okay. So I'm just going to bring it over here to the side, and I'm going to mix a little bit more red into it because now I want a red purple. And that looks really nice. Okay, so we're going to put our red purple right here. Oh, it looks really pretty. And we're going to add a little bit of white to our red purple. Here we go. That's nice. I like that. This is so fun. This is really fun to do. It can get a little messy, but you know, that's painting for you. And now I'm going to add a little bit more white into that because I really want to lift that right up. We got a nice light lavender purple. So we have that now. Okay, so that was our red and our purple mixed together. Okay, and now we're going to go to our purple and our blue. So remember, we have our purple over here that we just mixed. I'm just going to pick up some blue, and I'm going to put some more blue into it. Now I'm going to really make a blue purple. Ooh, that's pretty. Like that. I have too much blue. There we go. Kind of mix that around. I'm going to put that right on the end. Beautiful. And remember, these don't take that long to do either. And they're worth it. They're worth it if you get some new paints and you just don't know what to do with them. And you don't know what they look good next to. So you can pick 3 colors out and really kind of play with those 3 colors. They don't have to be the primary colors. Now we're going to mix some white in with that. Oh, that's nice. Let's add some more white in there. There we go. Okay, so I have thought I had enough in here. There we go. I'm really trying to show you the difference between each one. Okay, now I'm going to add some more white into that to really lift that up. Lift up that color. All right, so now we have that done. And now let's put their labels on them. So now we have a blue purple. I'll label this blue purple. Blue purple, and now we have a red purple. Okay, so there is your color wheel. That was super, super easy. I'll pull it real close so you can see it. See how I marked each one. Don't worry about it. Like I have in the yellow, I have some of the pencil that came in with the yellow, but don't worry about that. But this gives you a simple way to do your color wheel. It's very, very basic. And oh, thank you so much, everybody, for coming and spending some time with me today in my studio. I really enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. That helps me out a great, great deal. And have a wonderful day. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.